first two cards out, very happy cards. Ten of Cups combined with the Four of Wands. So these two cards together coming out as the heart of your reading tells me that there's either just been an event where it marked some sort of passage, some sort of benchmark in your life, and it went off without a hitch. It went beautifully. It went exactly the way you wanted it to. Let me clarify. I mean, it may not have gone exactly the way you wanted it to, but you felt exactly the way you wanted to feel about it. If it hasn't already just happened for you within the last few days, I would say this is something that's coming up. It would be something that you're already planning on. What's the challenge here? What challenge will Aries be facing? Three of Pentacles. Okay, this tells me that you're not organizing this event alone. There are other people involved, and either you are concerned about how well the team is going to work together. Is everything going to coalesce? Are they going to get along? Is everyone going to bring their A game? Or is someone going to drop the ball and leave the others hanging to pick up the slack? It's more likely that you're concerned about that. It's possible that there are other people helping to organize this event who are concerned about you in that regard, and that could be a challenge you're dealing with, trying to reassure them or prove to them that you have all your ducks in a row and you are going to come through for the group. Let's see. Your focus is on strength, bettering yourself, in the way that you see this as an opportunity to kind of prove something to yourself, that you have mastered a skill, or that you have become some like elevated, better version of yourself. You feel already that you've done this, but this event or this culmination of a series of events. Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. More often than not, the Four of Wands represents like a gathering of people to celebrate something wonderful that has just been completed, that represents a big deal in life. So when I say an event, that's what I mean, like a party or a gathering sort of event. It could be a graduation or something like that. Reason why I wanted to clarify what I meant by that is because when I say you are proving to yourself through this event that you have kind of bettered yourself, it's something that you've been working on. It could be that you crave the being seen element of having bettered yourself. So this is an opportunity to kind of put that on a show for others to witness and reflect back to you how you already feel about yourself. But I do get the sense this is something you've been working on for a while. Three cards want to come out in your past position. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant. Something's been keeping you kind of spinning your wheels, feeling like repeating patterns, specific to the idea of what's already going on here. This is a continuation of a theme. Now, in the past, you may feel like every time I try to come at this and either prove my skills to myself or others, or prove that I have what it takes to fulfill my own expectations for this type of a situation. When you do that, there's some sort of like expectation from the group or from society, from your parents, some outside expectation from the status quo, the way things are supposed to be, that you find yourself kind of hitting a brick wall. Like it meets your standards, but you have yet to feel in this pattern like you are meeting their standards, whoever they represent to you in this situation. The Seven of Cups in reverse, kind of in the center of that grouping, means that you have spent some time getting clear about why you want to do this, your own motivation for bettering yourself or working on a skill and wanting to exhibit that skill to others. I'm already getting a little bit of a hint of what's to come, and we'll see if I'm right. It seems like that's been the stumbling block in the past, is for lack of a better term, like doing it for the wrong reasons. Either doing it for external validation when the real validation needs to come from within yourself, or doing it for the money or for the recognition or because it's expected by them. So the reversal is a very good sign. It means that you are no longer kind of confused or disillusioned about why you're doing this. This time around has a very strong likelihood of being different because you have found your true motivation for doing this. Let's see how Spirit's going to be supporting you through your environment. What sort of energy is Spirit going to put into Aries' environment for this situation to support and uplift them and help them grow? How is Spirit supporting Aries? 2 cards. Page of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. This could be literally saying they are removing someone from the situation who has been insincere. There may have been someone in the past situations where you kind of had a similar pattern happening. And that I'm getting the impression this is something that's popped up in your life more than once. Not this exact thing, but these themes, right? This sort of vibe. Where someone would be either on the team that's organizing the thing or involved in your life in some major way that would represent the Page of Cups in reverse energy, where they're not really emotionally contributing. They're holding back. They may not be in touch with their own emotions. They may not be able to contribute anything emotionally speaking, where it's really kind of needed from them, I think, by you. So whomever you're choosing to involve yourself with in the past, that had been like they're half-assing it, basically. They're not giving it their best. More likely because they are just flat out not capable, like emotionally speaking. They may not even know how they feel about the situation, so they can't fully give themselves to it. But there's like an immaturity, a lack of emotional depth that is the underpinning to what Spirit is removing from the situation now. And I say removing from the situation because of the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is happening for you to experience the realization that whomever this represents, now it could be you, it could be that you weren't emotionally investing because you weren't ready, like it wasn't something that you had grown to emotionally understand about yourself yet. That's possible. But I am sensing for most of you that this is an outside person that Spirit is removing from the situation this time, and it could be that Spirit is helping you remove this person from the situation through your awareness, new awareness that you don't have the desire for them to be involved, or they don't have the desire, so you recognize that and want to remove them. Because you only want people who have like new, fresh, pure intention that their fire is really burning for this. And so this is either like, you don't have to worry this time, you've already done the work and this sort of an energy is not going to be part of it, or you're recognizing that that's been a stumbling block and you are the one empowering yourself to invite this energy to leave, if that makes sense. You could tell them they're not welcome. You could set a boundary and say, listen, this is what we're going to need from you in order to be involved. Can you commit to this? Or if not, that's okay. But we're just going to move forward only with people who are fully emotionally willing to support this, or at least in whatever capacity they're expected to, right? Because you are showing up with the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. Like, that's the expectation here. Not the Page in reverse, not someone who isn't even seeking an emotional contribution or commitment. Yeah, and I just keep checking in to see, like, is this someone who is afraid? I don't think it's being afraid. You know, like, sometimes people won't emotionally commit because of fear. In this instance, it feels just much more like a lack of emotional depth or emotional maturity that the situation requires, that this person just doesn't have. Interesting point that I want to kind of highlight. The fact that that's showing up in your crowning position, which is how Spirit is helping you in this situation, could help you. Hearing this reading with that perspective could help you perceive that element of the situation in a different light. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could really feel like a nuisance. Like, oh no, not again. But if you maybe consider that that's one of the major points of why you're going through this whole situation, is to make a change in how you decide those sorts of things moving forward. And like I said, it could be through setting a boundary or allowing this person to exit the situation. For some of you, it's not going to be the same person, repeating pattern with the same person, just similar energies, right? But if this reading is for you, you'll recognize what I'm talking about already. Show me the near future. How does this situation develop for Aries? What's coming up next? Three of Wands. Waiting for the fruits of your labor to bloom, to blossom. So this event may not be a singular event. It could be a progression, like a series of events, or like a week-long thing. Now, this is for the month of July, so my expectation is that I'm bringing you a message for something pertinent that's going to be happening this month. But we begin with the idea of an event that's going to have strong, positive emotional implications for you, and likely for the people you care about surrounding this situation as well. The Three of Wands tells me that there's more to come in regards to the situation, with the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, a wish coming true, like emotional fulfillment. I get the impression if there could ever be two Ten of Cups in the deck, they would have shown me Ten of Cups again, right? That it's that sort of a vibe. It's like, yes, there's emotional fulfillment here, but in the near future, there's more emotional fulfillment to come from the same situation continuing. But it is something that you signed up for or are expecting to happen. It will happen the way you want it to. It'll be very personally rewarding for you when it comes. If you're in any position to start doubting or worrying that what you're expecting to come next from this situation might not appear, be careful of wishing it away, because it's already on its way in a very positive sense, based on your current trajectory, like the actions you're planning on taking. The energy that you have now is the right energy to bring this forward. Show me what's going to surprise Aries. What doesn't Aries see coming? The Ten of Wands in reverse. What a relief this is going to be. Now, you could just be relieved because this feels like something that is a long time in the planning stages, and it could just be this enormous weight off your shoulders that's making more energetic space in your life to be passionate and renewed about other things. You might not have realized what a big part of your life this undertaking has been occupying. It could also be what we were talking about, this person, if this is an external person in your life who's kind of being removed from the situation, that this feeling of relief, of releasing a burden, could represent that. And in which case, the surprise would be you feeling pleasantly surprised at how freeing you feel, which tells me you're probably thinking, you have been thinking up until this point, oh, I really need this person involved, or I couldn't possibly ask them to remove themselves from the situation. I'll feel terrible if this person leaves the situation. You won't. You'll feel a relief, or at least the surprising part of your emotional reaction to that would be relief. Big time relief. Show me hopes and fears. What is Aries hopeful and fearful about in regards to the situation? Well, you're coming up in the reverse, Emperor in reverse. You could just be concerned that this is going to make or break you in some sense. Or you could be concerned that there is someone in a position of authority who might just try to take the reins away from you, try to control the whole thing, and like edge you out of whatever portion of this is like yours. Now, the Five of Swords in reverse is the point after a disagreement when there's like the dust settles. After it could be a conversation where there's a disagreement, like an argument, or it could be like an ongoing difference of opinions that once it's resolved, there's kind of like a deep breath, a feeling of relief, which kind of coincides with like what we were just talking about, the Ten of Wands reversed. You may be hopeful that this opens up an opportunity for advancement for you, like maybe not a promotion immediately, but it could catch the eye of whomever you're trying to make aware that you have this skill set, so that down the line you could have a position of authority as a result of what you're doing here. But what has you concerned is some sort of difference of opinions, either with or about leadership. Show me the end result. How does the situation resolve for Aries? Interesting, with a revelation, Seven of Swords. Based on the progression of the story here, I'm not concerned that this is like anything nefarious that's going to be revealed. I almost feel like you're trying to pull off some sort of surprise element. And if that's the case, this is a big yes, that the surprise is going to go off without a hitch. You're going to accomplish the big reveal in a way that is impactful. Now, if that's not the situation for you, be prepared as well as you can be for a revelation. Now, just that concept in and of itself insinuates that there's something you don't know. So if you're not the one revealing something, something is going to be revealed to you, and it's more likely than not a thought pattern, an idea, a belief, an expectation. It's the swords element, so it's of the mind. Yeah, I'm not getting anything like a revelation of any wrongdoing. So I would say that's not the case. Bottom of the deck, as I'm trying to sort out with Spirit the gist of this Seven of Swords for you, give you any sort of underlying energy there, would be a decision. So if there's a decision that you have been needing to make, you may reveal your decision as a culmination of this, or you may be given an opportunity to make a decision. Okay, show me advice. How can Aries work with this energy for their highest good? What advice do we have for Aries in dealing with this situation? The moon in reverse. Don't worry about the unknowns. Yeah, release the unknowns. Two of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. If you are wondering about something that's unknowable, there's some unknowns that you're thinking, I need to dig for more information, I need to find out this from that person, or I need to investigate this somehow because the information is hidden from me. The advice is, whatever is hidden from you, it's okay. You don't need to know it in order to do very, very well with the situation. In fact, a little bit of the opposite. So please use your own discernment. If there's something you really know that you need to know, go for it. But if you might just be digging for dirt or information or clarity or closure, the moon in reverse as advice tells me there are some things that are meant to be left in the dark. And that's okay, and it's better that way, right? So I hope that helped. I will see you back next Sunday. I'm going to be doing weeklies. So the first Sunday of the month, or the Sunday that's closest to the first of each month, I'm going to make that a monthly reading like we're doing today. And then each other Sunday of the month, we're going to be doing weekly readings. Soon, not right away, but soon, I'm going to be taking daily readings over to TikTok. So if you are on that platform, or if you'd like to follow me over there, I would love to have you. I'm going to be doing a very similar format to those of you who have seen my channel in the past, know that I started off doing daily readings for all 12 zodiac signs. And I really want to keep that going, and I feel like TikTok is the right platform in order to handle a daily reading. It'll be, the short bite-size reading to start your day for each of the 12 zodiac signs. So I really look forward to doing that. And then look down in the description box below for kind of some updates about the channel and my offerings. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this hiatus. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.